Hey guys, we're going to do a video on the Dolphin Sigma pool cleaner versus the Dolphin M400 pool cleaner. So both these models are pretty popular out there today in the year of 2023. Both these models have been around for a long time as well. It's the Supreme M4, I think, has been being made since 2012, 2013. And I want to say the Sigma was designed before that. But two very trusted designs, and they have become a staple in terms of popularity when it comes to Dolphin pool cleaners. So this video is going to basically break down the features of both models, the value you get with both, so basically what you get in the box, what might be a better value for you, and then also the price point as well. So let's get into it. So we'll get into the price. MSRP as of 2023 on the Sigma is $14.99. On the M400, it's $15.99. The M400, you also get the caddy in the box. So basically, for an extra $100, you get the caddy in the box, which usually retails at $150 or $200. And then there's also going to be some other key differences as well. So just be mindful of that when you are looking at the Sigma. Does not come with the caddy. They will probably try to upsell you on Amazon to buy the caddy separately. But at that case, you might as well go with the M400 since it comes in the box. So let's get back into this. So we went over the price. The pool coverage. Both are going to do the floor, wall, and water line. So both are at the highest point on the spectrum in terms of that feature. Warranty is going to be 36 months or 3 years. And that will cover the motor, the cable, and the power supply. Wearable parts are not covered, so like the tracks and stuff like that, unless it's within the first year. And that's if there's obviously a defect. So that was a warranty. Let's get into the motors. Both units will have 3 motors. 2 drive motors, which means basically the left side and the right side can turn independently. Instead of being one brush from left to right, it's 2 brushes, front and back. So it's 2 brushes split down the middle. So basically, it's kind of like 4 smaller independent brushes. What I like to consider it in like a dumbed down version is this model, or any model with 3 motors, has power steering, and the models without that don't. So if you think about it, the models with only 2 motors, 1 drive and 1 pump, if you think about it, if the brush is attached from left to right and it's 1 brush, theoretically, all it's moving is forward or backwards. The way those models turn is they basically use the water and shoot it out the left side or the right side to kind of push itself to the left or right. These 2 models are not like that. They will basically, if it wants to turn left, it'll spin the right side forward and the left side backwards and kind of turn like a tank. Both these models are going to have the upgraded pump motor. So that motor does 4,500 gallons per hour compared to, I believe the other one is 4,000 gallons per hour on some of the lower models, which is an added plus. When you're also looking at motors, also another thing to consider as well, with the M400, you actually get 3 brushes. You get a brush in the front, a brush in the back, and also a brush in the middle. They call that the active brush, the one in the middle. And basically that is made of it's a different material than the front and back brushes. But the big thing is it spins at a higher rate. So you do get some better scrubbing in terms of that. So with the M400, you get 3 brushes instead of the 2 that are only on the Sigma. A lot of models only have 2, but this is one of the models that actually have the 3. So that's an added plus as well. Cycle times. Most of the time, you're only going to want to be using the 2 or 2.5 hour cycle. So the Sigma has a 1.5, a 2, and a 2.5 hour cycle. And the M400's just, it's set at the 2.5 hour cycle time, which is going to be the best cycle available. So you don't get as much customization in terms of cycle times with the M400. But like I said, you're going to be using the 2.5 hour cycle most of the time anyway. And then next on this little chart here is the caddy, which we've already been over. The M400 will come with the caddy, and the Sigma does not. So basically, you've got to think about two things that the M400 has over the Sigma, which is the caddy and the third brush. So those are the two big benefits at the $15.99 price level, especially if you can't get the Sigma at the $14.99 price. Another thing is both these units will have the Wi-Fi app, which is good. So you can schedule everything. You can know when it's full. You can manually control it if you want, if you've got some stubborn spots. And that's another point where the dual drive motors does come in handy, because it is easier to drive that thing around. Both units are going to be top loading cartridges, so they're not going to be the basket design. They're going to be the cartridge design. So the front and back, basically the doors open up towards the top, and you put the cartridges in there. Some say the cartridges are better than the basket. It's hard to tell. I mean, the cartridges are very deceiving. They don't look like they hold a lot, but you would be very surprised at what it does hold. I would probably say it's just as much as the basket, in my opinion. So that's also something to consider. The filters included in the box are fine filters, which the fine filters you're going to want to use when your pool is pretty dirty. You've got some bigger dirt piles or stuff like that. And then both these models will also come with the ultrafine filters. The ultrafine filters are more for when your pool is clean. You're going to want to use the ultrafine filters, which those are going to get things that you can't even really see with the naked eye, which is very surprising. So that's something, a benefit for both these units, because some models won't come with both sets, and you'll have to buy them separately. And then both will have the weekly timer. So those are the key points between these two models. Like I said, if you can get the Sigma for $14.99, then it's something to consider. But for only $100 more, you get the third brush and the caddy in the box. So in my opinion, the M400 is probably a better bang for your buck, especially with the Sigma price this high at this point in time. So that's something to consider. I know the Sigma's available pretty much everywhere on the internet. The M400 is going to be available at basically stores that have physical locations. Stores might also have websites with these as well. I know Pelican's got Pelican Shops has the M400 at $15.99, so they're something to look at. And I'll put links in the description to both these units as well. Also, if you want to check, I've got the video that compares basically every model that Dolphin made for 2023, and I will put a little end screen thing that pops up on the video for that video. And I think and there's coupon codes on that video as well, so that's also something to consider when you're buying a Dolphin pool cleaner. So hope this helped. I'm also going to make a video between the Premier and the Premier and the M400 as well, because I know the Premier suffers from some similar issues in terms of this price increases online. So hope this helped. If it did, let me know which model you went with in the comments. All right, see you guys later.